What's going on, everyone? Here's another video about the VRR stuttering problem that are on PS5 and PS5 Pro. So you had some people, which we knew was going to happen when Digital Foundry had posted that, and this video is going to be interesting because of this, that thinks that now there's something going on, that they're targeting the PlayStation 5 Pro again. Like, we ready for this? What a bunch of nonsense. Digital Foundry scraping the bottom of the barrel to find anything to downplay the PS5. You would think that if you put something like that in front of that many people, as big as Digital Foundry is, what pretty much 1.5 million subs, that somebody would figure out if it was or not because you're openly doing that. Like, you know how massive that is. Like when they do something like that, because you can't just do that just for like clout. It's stupid. These type of mindsets are very stupid. And just for that reason, I have another individual over here who I've been sub to for a while. I've talked with him before. That is going to do a video on it. So we can see another angle on this. PS5, PS5 Pro VRR stutter issue every 8 seconds, stuttering frame drop, like Digital Foundry has said, right? So, ponies, sit down. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at what he's gonna do on his end, and that's live right in front of you, testing. Then we'll read some more of this real quick. And I like what this person said right here, because he pretty much just nailed it. They've proven a problem exists, and now Sony can take action and improve the system. It's a good thing to call out issues. Yeah. With systems, no matter how much you love them, consoles are never perfect. Ding, ding, ding. Imagine if we've been got a system update to the PlayStation 5. Mine used to crash quite a lot at launch when playing Miles Morales. I wouldn't be happy if the system is final, but now almost no crashing. If that was the same story on PS4 at launch playing Battlefield 4, I saw that crash during the campaign consistently. I know what he means. Yeah, that was annoying. Yep, I also call BS. Now that Digital Foundry are owned by IGN, the new agenda is bash PlayStation because that's all they've got. See, it goes back to that mindset where I said before, when somebody calls out an issue on Sony's side, they get on the defense, and instead of looking to see if the issue is true, they resort to a coping mechanism of ignoring the truth. For what? I don't understand how that's going to help. So-called Western journalism is the worst of worst, making it seem like it's a majority issue. Stupid post. Okay, so this is my thing about this. You can point out all those things he said about Western journalism and all those sorts of things. Somebody like this tries to use things that are true, but not true in a sense that he's trying to direct it at. Make himself sound smart, and he's just looking like a moron. Should have never typed anything. Ready for this guy right here? Looks like an Xbox advertisement. Guys, what benefit would Microsoft get right now for the console selling? I just think about it. It's kind of hard to move the needle. Are somebody finding this out? Man, you're dumb. I haven't noticed it in real life, so it probably is a you notice it when you are testing for a thing. I'll do some testing of my own, but like I said, I don't think it's a human eye thing as it should have noticed it by now. Insane. All right, we ready for this? Let's go up into this, y'all.
With VRR. Okay, so what exactly is the issue with VRR? And keep in mind, this is not happening with all the games, but with some games like Ratchet & Clank and The Last of Us Part 2. What is the issue? If you play a game with an unlocked framerate mode, that means a frame rate between 60 up to 120 FPS, you may encounter every 8 seconds a frame drop. And this may sound not like a very big deal, but it can be, depending on what game and what screen you're actually using. I mean, the bigger the screen, the more picture information you get actually, the more obvious is the issue with the VRR frame drop. So again, it is not happening with all the games, but I found it is very obvious in games like The Last of Us Part 2, Diablo, and also Ratchet & Clank. I have tested this issue on 3 different TVs. On my LG G4 here, on the LG G2, which you can see here in this picture right now. And yes, it is happening on the G2 in the exact same way as on my G4. Every 8 seconds we have a frame drop. On top, I tested this on my S95C, which is a Samsung TV. And this actually leads to one conclusion. It is not an issue with the TVs. It is an issue, unfortunately, with the console. So there are a couple of...
So you saw what he just said. He's doing the live test too right there in front of you. And as I was telling you before, it has to be a PlayStation 5 Pro and PlayStation 5 issue. Because if you have the same patch running on Xbox and on PC and there's no issues, then that's a console issue. Just like PSSR was a Sony issue. I was trying to tell people about that. You have some people trying to defend, once again, the fanboys coming in defending so that it could seem like, oh no, it's not Sony's fault, it's a development issue. And they're so daft they don't realize it's like, wait, then why are they playing this on PC? No problem. Like Silent Hill, for example, right? No, nobody's having no problems on Silent Hill. Nobody's having no problems on Silent Hill on PlayStation 5 when they turned on TSR. But instead of realizing that it's on Sony's end, they somehow think Mark Cerny wouldn't make a mistake either. And it's like, oh God, like I don't know what world you are living in, but you need to wake up a little bit more. But I'm just saying, I think I know what I mean. Yeah, it's like, yeah, what world are we living in? It's another Sony issue.
Of issues what I encountered when I tried to record this problem, and one of the problem is, it's not a problem, but this FPS analyzer, and the same counts for the Samsung FPS analyzer, is just not capable of showing you the problem. The reason for that is very simple, because this interval, when this number is updated, is just not fast enough. So again, keep in mind, every 8 seconds we lose exactly 1 frame. Okay, so at this very moment, when we lose this frame, it looks like we're just disabling VRR. That's why we're jumping from 100 FPS, 80 FPS to 120, because we're disabling VRR, we're jumping to the highest refresh rate what the screen can output at this very moment, 120 Hertz. But the problem is, this is not fast enough, because it's just 1 frame. This number we are lucky. We saw it at that very moment. Have you seen it? 120.
Mm-hmm.
But this update here, this number, hey, we are very lucky now, is actually not fast enough to show you exactly when it's happening. Every 8 seconds for 1 frame. Bloody hell, we are so lucky at the moment. I swear to God, I tried to record this for so long time, and now we have seen it 3 times so far. Okay, so this is what's happening. Every 8 seconds, 1 frame. It doesn't sound much, but it can be very annoying. Okay, so if you like to see this issue with pure numbers a little bit better, so again, I told you, don't use this because it's, we're so lucky. It's very unlikely actually that you see it happen exactly when it should happen. I would actually recommend to smash the green button on the LG OLED TVs and use this tool here, the VRR information, because this one is updating much faster, what I found, than the FPS analyzer. And we can actually see all the time it jumps to 119, all the times every 8 seconds. It's just 1 frame, okay? Keep this in mind. So when you blink, you missed it, okay? Anyway, this is the problem. The other problem what I found is it's not happening all the time. When I now load the exact same save game, it may work up to 20 minutes without any issue. When I start a new game, up to 30 minutes without any issue, and then I see the problem. But then it starts suddenly. It's not a slow start. You can see it then every 8 seconds, okay? And the easiest way is actually with the VRR information on the LG OLED TVs. So there is no solution right now other than turning off VRR, which doesn't make sense, of course, because you like to use the high frame rate mode, so playing with 60 FPS instead of up to 100 FPS, it doesn't make sense. So we can just hope that Sony is fixing this very soon. Okay, my friends, so that's it for this video, and we need your help actually. We need to get more information because testing.
So you saw what he just said. He understands it's a Sony issue. Digital Foundry knows. I know it is. But you're gonna have some people come in here and defend and try to make an excuse. It's like, what are you making an excuse for? There is no excuse. Sony has to do something about it. It's not a development issue. So we're not gonna blame developers again for something that's not their problem. Sony's sit down. But yeah, there goes some more aspects. So we could see once again with more tests over here that he's doing. And he'll even admit it too that the Series X doesn't have any of these issues. That this is only on PlayStation. And you see it happen with not just their first party games, but third party games. Same thing with PSSR, like I was telling people, because PSSR was having issues with some first party games and certain new third party games. And they only tried to want to show off to you what didn't have issues, so it looked like it was going to be ready for launch. Hey man, I'm just saying, like, I can't see none of that happening as an accident. Like, this is where people need to realize, like, wait, what's going on? Digital Foundry also found another issue by telling you that the PlayStation 5 doesn't have the same VRR setup as the Xbox integrated. It's not native 120, it's like 119 or whatever. Kind of like another shortcut they took with PSSR and what they were doing with checkerboarding. And they were thinking that if that's the case, that may be one of the reasons why this is happening, and they'll have to do something about that. We'll find out though eventually, sooner or later. So let's finish this off real quick.
Stuff like that takes a lot of time because you need to wait always 20-30 minutes before actually the issue starts, and then even then you're not sure actually if it's happening on this game. I mean, it's happening on Ratchet and Clank. I'm pretty sure tested this on the G4, G2 and S95C. Also tested this on base and Pro PlayStation 5. It's happening. According to a lot of information on the internet, there's no issue with the Xbox Series S or X. I have to say, I just briefly tested this with Diablo 4 and I couldn't find any issue with the Xbox version, but I encountered, and it's a little bit hard with Diablo because there's also some network issues sometimes, okay? But it looks to me that also Diablo 4 has this 8-second frame drop issue, okay? So put in the comment section what TV screen or monitor you're using, if you played or encountered this issue on the PlayStation 5 Pro or base, what game, of course, and if you have any additional information. Maybe you disabled HDR. Again, I tested this. SDR and HDR, exactly the same issue. No difference. But maybe you have a slightly different combination. Maybe you're using an AV receiver. I am connected directly to the TV. There's nothing in between right now. So, but again, we need more information. Okay, put this in the comment section, and hopefully we can get this information to Sony, because then they can fix this with a future firmware update. Or maybe it is just an issue with certain games. Then the developer need to update this, because again, not all games are having this problem, like Horizon Forbidden West. There's no issue at all with this game. I tested it. The only difference what I found so far is that Horizon Forbidden West, comparing to the other games, is just running with 60 FPS, roughly, okay? Even in the unlocked frame rate mode. So maybe the frames per second are not high enough to actually show the issue. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, okay? Again, put in the comment section what you found.
Well, there you have it. So we understand that. We're going to get some more answers here in the future about this. Just wanted to show people another angle, and now you see that it's not just Digital Foundry doing it out of nowhere. You have other people coming and testing it as well. So this just gives you more highlights. I just can't believe that these, y'all know, people over here really think, looks like an Xbox advertisement, that will be the case. Like, this type of stuff is dumb. Like, definitely when you start to realize other people are finding out the same results. And then what do you have to say then? What are you going to say? Microsoft paid them? I don't think so. All right, y'all. Peace out. Have a great day. Tony's. do this a couple times a video, you know this. Later, y'all.